Hey everybody, it's Barbara. And finally, I have a review for you of the other two poppies that were part of the IFDC collection from this past July in Las Vegas. We have Summer of Love and Free Spirit Poppy. Summer of Love is the lovely doll on your left. She's the blonde. And Free Spirit is the doll on your right. She is African American. Very quickly, just to explain, there were four dolls altogether. I got three of them. In a previous video, I reviewed one of the two companion dolls, and I believe she was a table doll that night. Eventually, I will figure out how to put up a live video onto YouTube. But in the meantime, Summer of Love is the one that was considered the actual convention doll. She was revealed at the end of the dinner. Free Spirit was available the longest. She was the one that was open and available at the... I'm trying to think. I was going to say showroom, but it was the sales room at IFDC. So why don't we go ahead, shine a light on the subject, and let's talk about these ladies one at a time. So I'm going to talk about the one that really got everyone's attention, and that is Summer of Love. There are a multitude of reasons why this doll would get everyone's attention, not the least of which is just how very beautiful she is. She's in a cream colored, and really I feel this is one of the few times I actually feel good about saying this is cream. This is like, go to the Crayola box, this is cream. She's in a cream lace dress, sort of like the kind of dress you would wear to a beach wedding. She is a blonde, obviously. And to get into a little more detail, just to start at the very top, her hair has no product in it, not even the braids, the very tiny micro braids that are at the front of her hair. One thing to note right from the very beginning about her, when I did the Vanessa review, which was also a live video, yes, I know I have to put it up on YouTube, I will. But when you see it, you will see that in the Vanessa review, her hair was parted just right, so you could see the earring without any problems. In this case, you have to pull the hair back to look at the earring, which is a shame because this is a very, very nice earring. 4 lavender stones in teardrop shape, with a rustic bronze base, and the ear peg is also bronze-esque. Just to turn her and look at her face. Her palette is completely neutral, and it is a bunch of browns. Let's bring the light in a little bit more. Her eyelids are almost nothing at the top of the lid, maybe like a sandy pink. The bottom lid is definitely brown. Her lashes are black, and they are real. She has a coral blush, a neutral blush, and a very neutral lip. And her eyes are blue. And this is also probably a really good time to talk about her hands. Well, there's not too much to say about the hand itself. Neutral nail polish, again. But the jewelry will match. I wish you could see this in greater detail. Let me see if I can lift the camera up to show it to you too. there's a detailing around the edge of the ring that we usually don't see on an integrity ring, which is very nice, and gives it that feel that this is a piece of jewelry that maybe Poppy got from somebody she loved in the past. That detailing you can see much better on the bronze bracelets. That same detailing in smaller form is around the ring. So that's very, very well done. I am in awe of the jewelry in this case. Which is, this is not to say that they don't ever like not do a nice job with the jewelry, but they did a very, very nice job. Like this is a new jewelry mold for them. This is the back of the dress, which will all close and hook and eye. I'm not going to say that the dress is not lined. There's no, except for maybe I'm lying. There is a light lining to this dress. I didn't think so, but if you can see, let me see, here we go. I'll point the camera down. Very light lining, almost non-existent. But it does give you a little bit of credibility. You know, modesty, not credibility. And it's a very lovely, simple dress. But what it immediately made me think of was like a beach wedding or a beach party. It's very soft. It's very much in keeping, even though the top has that obvious V cut to it. There's still something very innocent about it and something very modest and sweet about it. That this is really representing the innocent love that was taking place, that was a part of this era. I want to tell you that there are some accessories that are very nice that these come with, which I'm now reaching for, and I'm not going to put on, and I will tell you why. These are the shoes. They are sandals. They don't look terribly hard to put on, but the reason I'm not putting them on is this dress and the rest, and the other main accessory, which is her headpiece, which I'm going to put on her as I'm talking to you. This, between the headpiece and the dress, I really think this is an outfit that you would really not actually put, I don't really think you would put shoes on. I think this is much more appropriate to the look to have her walking around in bare feet. So I'm just gonna leave it that way. I think when I think that's the better look for this, or a very low sandal, which other companies make, but not necessarily right for this shoe. I'm going to show you the wedges that Free Spirit came with. They're actually a little bit closer to what the shoe I would pair with this. But that also brings me to another point that I will make shortly. One other accessory which I think is kind of nice and has a very classic Western feel is the purse. It's a clutch. Does not go over the shoulder. And for one of the rare occasions, it's going to open and close with a snap. And you can actually put gloves in it if she came with gloves, but she doesn't and wouldn't in this case. It's a very summery dress, and you'd be like, why does this have gloves? Some of the floral pattern that is in the bracelet, the bronze bracelets, is again in the purse detailing here. So this was a very, very nice, well thought out piece. And again, I'm going to say more about the thinking process in a second. Also, again, we have the very famous new hand molds. We have the peace sign and the love sign. I've talked about them before. I am going to note that there is one very significant difference here. These hands are a lighter nail than these hands. So again, for some reason that I don't understand, they go with a darker nail with the second set of hands. Not terribly darker. Maybe it's even the light playing a trick on me. But those are the second set of hands. I'm not going to mess around with them too much, but I am going to show you just very quickly that she does have the flat feet. So this is not a heeled poppy. So let's go ahead, switch out, and talk a little bit about Free Spirit. I think it should be semi-obvious, by the way, that I'm not using the poppy stands. For that reason that you just saw behind you, I like using stabler stands when I'm doing the reviews. So this is Free Spirit. And the first thing that I immediately noticed about her, which I've noticed about all the other IFDC dolls, is you can, obviously because they're the same size, they can wear each other's clothes, but the accessories will work. You can take those earrings and bracelet set, and it's the same lavender that's in her blouse. So you will pick up the lavender in the paisley in her blouse if you use those earrings. And, doing a simple, and aesthetically, which, by the way, is my aesthetic, since she has the hair piece at the top, you might just want to go with a very plain stud in the ear, the bronze stud. By the way, as I'm touching this hair has some product in it, but not a whole lot, and you can just very quickly rinse it out. It's also a little bit shorter, but not terribly shorter than Summer of Love. It also has some very nice highlights in it. You can see the blondish highlights in the darker brown hair. As I said, she's African American with a very interesting eyeliner of almost an orange to go with just a hint of orange in her upper brow and brown on the lower lid and the applied lashes. She is also blue-eyed, but her eyes are more blue-gray, and her lips are almost completely natural, like almost no lip at all to it. If you notice, she has on this very nice blue necklace that would add a sense of drama if it was paired up with the cream gown. I don't want to go down that's a wedding dress, but if you want to go down that road, that's her something blue. That's what I'm going to say. There is a beautiful, and again, this necklace has some very beautiful detailing. Almost like a face, like a Mardi Gras face above the actual stone, and the setting around the stone is very pretty. And that setting replicates in the ring a little bit. And again, this is a new setting for an IT ring. So really this jewelry that goes with these two pieces is really, really nice. And if you notice, I didn't plan it this way, but it's a nice feel for it. The shirt has a faux ribbon closure with beading, bronze beading at the ends, and a faux feather. But really this closes in the back with hook and eye, as do the jeans, which are very soft. The pockets function. And to no one's surprise, least of all mine, and I apologize because you're going to see in a second when I pull it down. Unfortunately, whoops, you know what? I'm going to not do that. I'm going to hold it up. The jeans are a little bit wrinkled because I just pulled it out of the box, so they're a little bit wrinkled. But this is the start of a true bell bottom with a fringed edge. So this has got this again is a very fun look, which I like a lot. And if I just lift this up, You have, like I said, the wedge shoe. It's a very high wedge. And her feet are heeled. So she's got a traditional heeled foot. So I don't think they would be, so really, Summer of Love couldn't wear these shoes. But something like this in the real world, I would sooner pair with a dress like that than the flat sandals. I still like my original idea that she should be barefoot. She comes also with a purse, which would just as nicely go along with all the other purses that we have with these ensembles. Again, that very nice southwestern feel. And again, it will close and open and close with a snap. I'm going to leave her pose like this, so I'm just going to show you one more time the fringing, which is very nice. It kind of echoes the detailing of the fur, of the feather. And yes, she too does come with the peace sign and the love hands. So if you have a lighter skinned African American doll in the Integrity line, or even the other poppies that have been previously done, or a Darla, these would be a great set of hands to pick up. To finish her look, which would also, by the way, very nicely finish the looks of the other two dolls, is again another hat. I think I talked about this before with the table doll. It's not straw. It feels more like the cork of a shoe than straw. So there she is. There was also one other unbelievable gift that we got from IFDC. And I was very lucky that I was able to get it as well. This is a replica, according to my brother, who is a guitarist, a Stratocaster, or it is in the family of the Stratocasters. It is and for those of you who are like, a Stratocaster what? A Stratocaster electric guitar. They did, I think the idea is that this would be where you would plug in the electric. It has the whammy bar, the pickups, and it does have strings. It's very hard to see it on this, but it does have strings. You can't tune it, obviously. Yeah. But the fact that this actually has a whammy bar, that's special. That they went with that. I thought that was pretty cool. So the people at IFDC really made out extraordinarily well this year. And the bar is now up Integrity for the Lux convention in Portland, Oregon, and how they could possibly top the 4 from IFDC, who knows. I'm going to go out here on a limb as I give you guys one last look at the dolls. I'm going to go out here on a huge limb and say this. Poppy Parker is now the premier line of Integrity Toys. Poppy Parker's storyline, the consistency of her look, the posability, the playability, the fact that you can put all of her pieces together, that she has really interesting jewelry, amazing accessories. I'm going to go ahead and say that she's now pushed the main Fashion Royalty line out the door. Don't get me wrong, I'm always going to love the Veronique face sculpt. I'm always, the 2 dolls I cherish the most are both Veroniques. But in terms of storyline, in terms of doing something new and interesting, in terms of really you feeling the love and you feeling the creativity, it's Poppy's world and everybody wants to join it, I think. So, and I say all of this knowing that within 2 weeks of tonight, and tonight being August 8th, 2018. Within a couple of weeks, we're going to have the mainline reveals. So I may be coming back to you in 2 weeks and saying, oh my god, I can't believe I said that. I was completely wrong. But again, the bar was set at the IFDC. Let's see what the Fashion Royalty Convention does later in the fall. So for the poppies, and for me, Barbara, I hope you will enjoy this review. And my plan is, now that I've shot this, I'm going to force myself to sit down and figure out how to upload the other 2 videos so you can see the other videos I shot and you can enjoy them. I'm probably going to put I'm probably going to do the first poppy, then these 2, and then the Vanessas. If you would like to see the live videos, they are still on the Facebook page, and my Facebook page is in the description below, as Charlemagne Prime would say. So for us, and for me, I will see you guys in my next review. I have absolutely no idea what it's going to be, because stuff I was supposed to have in hand already, I don't. So we'll see what the next one will be. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.